What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 42 of the Hella Average Games Cast. As always, I'm your co-host, Cam, and this week I've got the two coolest guys in school, Jeremy, Carmen, the usual squad. What's happening, fellas?
What's up, man?
Another day, another week. What's up with you, Carm?
You know, I just popped in, saw you fuckers are on Discord, and I was like, man, I'd really like to talk to them tonight.
I know, I talk to y'all every week, and sometimes I just wonder why. But then I'm like, God, I love hearing your beautiful voices.
Exactly. Doesn't get any better than that.
Hell yeah. So it's been a good week so far. We're in the middle of the week. It's Wednesday, hump day. We're on the down slide. And I am ready for the weekend.
Every day feels like Monday.
Does it?
Most weeks, yes.
I've had a pretty chill week this week. It's been good, man. I'm digging it. What about you, Jeremy? How's your week been?
It's actually been pretty calm too.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's been not hectic, a little too slow actually.
Oh.
So kind of boring.
We can rewind you to the holiday season.
Oh, please God, no.
You got one coming up soon.
Oh wait, which one's coming up?
Easter.
Memorial Day? Easter? Oh, that's not a big deal for us.
Yeah,
that's not a big deal for us. Nah. Not to the grilling holidays.
True that. I was there. I can attest to that. But we're not here to talk about beating meat. We're here to talk about video games. Have y'all played video games this week? Have y'all played video games since we last recorded?
I have.
Wow.
You have.
Played my
Jeremy,
fair share.
Have you played?
I've actually played a good variety of games.
All right. Well, somebody tell me about it.
Woo!
Somebody
Get 'em,
somebody
Jeremy.
tell me.
Get him, Jeremy.
Well, let's see. I delved back into Yakuza 0. Made some headway on that. Beat about 3 more chapters, making more progress.
Very cool.
I also started playing one of the free PSN titles from a couple months ago. I think it was called Strike Vector EX, or Vector Strike EX.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's kind of a Star Foxy, but not nearly as good as Star Fox. But it's like all range battles. If that makes sense. Remember, like in Star Fox 64, where you would get in like the big arenas and you just fly around and all that stuff.
Yeah, I actually played like the first 3 levels of it.
Yeah, so it's very much like just those levels. It's not bad, but it's kind of hard to see your opponents. Everything moves a little fast. Haven't died yet, but interesting. Not something I would have paid for, but glad I downloaded it.
I'm surprised to hear that you were playing that one, honestly. I didn't think that would be up your alley at all.
Well, I downloaded it for free because it kind of had a cool look to it, and I was just like, why not give it a shot? It wasn't bad.
Very nice, very nice.
I want to say I skipped over that game.
I also recently purchased the Wipeout collection for PS4 for $20.
Very cool.
Yeah, I loved him on Vita. Our buddy Rob was talking about it at work, and I just looked it up. I was like, yeah, I love that. And I played a little bit today. I did like 2 races, and I got second place on my first race and first place on my second race.
Shit, boy.
It just took the first race. It took me a little bit to come back to, oh yeah, this button does this, and then the second race actually allowed me to get weapons and shit. That definitely helped out. But I'm loving it. It's smooth like butter. Just 60 frames per second, super fast. Music's fantastic. Controls are spot on. I'm really digging it. I'm gonna play it some more tomorrow before I go to work. I think last week I beat Plague Knight, and did I say that I beat Plague Knight and Spectre Knight last week? Okay.
Yeah, you let us know that you were whooping up on it.
That's right. But I think that was all I played this week. I kind of just dipped into a little bit of everything. I didn't delve too much into one game or the other.
You haven't went back to Ratchet and Clank?
Oh yeah, I played a little bit of that. I made a little bit more progress. I beat that one world I was on where I had to collect a whole bunch of brains for some dude. But yeah, got the jetpack.
What about that Japanese game you were playing? God, I can't.
Oh, Okami.
Yeah, Okami. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gone back to that yet.
Okay. All
yeah, right. And not only that, but I pre-ordered Ni no Kuni 2, so that's going to be coming Friday, and that'll be taking up most of my time.
That was actually my next question. If you'd heard about it, if you were going to jump on it.
Yep, it's getting good reviews, and I love Studio Ghibli, so I had to get it.
So send the rest of the games to the backlog.
Exactly. Just another fucking log on the fire.
There you go.
Another drip in the barrel.
I was going to say another drip in the barrel.
Pretty sure Jeremy's barrel's full.
Oh, it's overflowing, dude.
He's got to finish up. He's got to start knocking out some of them games in the backlog.
About to say, just drop a barrel into a swimming pool. That's about what it is.
Jeremy still got games from 2015 in the cellophane on the shelf right now. Come on now.
He probably still has games from like 2002 still in the cellophane, let's be honest.
Oh, man.
Have you seen the collection?
The collection's real. Jeremy, you need to take some pictures. We got to throw it up on Twitter or the website of your entire game room setup. That'd be pretty cool for the fans to take a look at.
I think we'll do that.
Yeah, we might do that. Cool deal. Yeah. So is that all you've been playing?
Yeah. What do you mean that's all I've been playing?
No, I didn't mean it like, oh, that's all you've been playing. I'm just saying,
what
is
you
that
guys,
it? Did that cover it?
Oh,
I played 2 games since we talked last, so I don't got much to talk about.
Oh, well, get after it. Go ahead, knock it out.
Oh, we're going out of order?
Yeah, we're going to mix it up.
I played 2 games of, God, what the fuck is it? The basketball game. NBA Playgrounds. Yeah, I've cut that back on. One night when I was drinking, I bought all the characters for like $10. And I hopped on and I was like, how the fuck did I get all these characters? And I remembered. So that was quite a pleasant surprise. So I played that. I played a couple of tournaments, got through those. That was fun. I mean, that game is just good to pick up. And matter of fact, I picked it up while I was waiting on Carmen and Will to finish up a Rocket League game. So I got a couple of matches in right then, and it's so fun to pick up and just yam on. It's pretty sick. I enjoyed the game a lot. And then I played some Overwatch. We played some competitive, got ranked, and then we're gonna play some more tonight. I'm ready to I'm trying to break 2,000. I'm at like 1,800 right now, and my highest ever was in season 4, and I was 19 something. I can't remember, 1923, I think.
Dope.
So Overwatch is basically running the gambit of my time right now. I'm watching Overwatch Twitch streams at work. I mean, I've been picking up Twitch streams like crazy at my new job, and I've been watching Overwatch and fucking reading articles. I'm trying to read about Moira, figure it out, how to play them. It's crazy. I got Overwatch fever again.
Has Bridget launched yet?
Yeah, she launched.
Yeah,
She's in the latest update.
She any good?
I
haven't played with her because we've been in competitive and she's not enabled in competitive yet. But from what I've done in the training area, she's going to be crispy. I'm going to love playing as her.
Yeah, I heard she's going to be a good support character.
She can heal. She has a shield. She has some killer attacks. Her name, obviously, is super weird if you say it the way that they want you to, but she'll always be Bridget to me.
That's a nice song. You'll always be Bridget to me.
Be on the lookout for our first single off the EP.
Off the EP, Big Bag of Dicks.
Dropping straight fire.
Bars.
Alright, Carm, so that's what I've been playing. What you been up to?
Well, I jumped on the old Fortnite machine with Will, and right out the gate, game of Blitz, Victory Royale. Let's go.
Very nice, very nice.
We basically walked the circle down to its smallest point, and then it closed on us, and because we were in it, we won.
Oh, Sandy, you're playing Blitz mode, right?
Yeah, Blitz, so it's fast-paced. The game starts with the circle already on the map, and then immediately, as soon as the timer counts down, the storm starts rolling in, so...
Pretty cool. Yeah, I was reading about it. It's like they do a lot more drops on it, like increased drop rate, isn't it?
Yeah, increased drops. There's a ton of balloons. There's a ton of good loot everywhere. We just played a hell of a game right out the gate and won, and then after that, kind of had some mediocre finishes. But the Blitz mode is dope. I hope they keep it in the game, or at least put it in rotation.
That'd be cool. It sounds like they're experimenting with some different... Oh, my bad. I was just saying, it sounds like they're experimenting with some different... some games there, some gameplay that you can do. Like, I know they're doing the Blitz, and then wasn't there one other one that they were trying to sample?
They did 20v20, like 20-man teams, 5-on-5, basically 5 teams of 20.
Yeah, so it looks like they're trying to test out some variety and see what's going to stick.
Yeah, I think that if they come up with a good set of playlists and they just put them on rotation, we'll be good to go.
Cool deal. So what else you been playing?
I played Rocket League. I've been up and down in that game. So it's been frustrating to say the least because I know that I'm better than what I'm playing, but I'm not performing at that level. So just the usual shit there. I jumped into Resogun. You actually hopped on as I was beating my score for yet again, and I knocked it out by about 60 mil, so I'm up to like 530 mil, top 1800. I don't know if it means anything in a game that's been out for as long as it has, but I'm trying.
When you're topping two, I would say 2Gs in any game, I think you're doing pretty well for yourself.
I would think so. I think that a lot of people have played that survival mode, so it's good to have
absolutely.
it's good to have a good score and to keep pushing. And then I actually purchased a game on Steam called Slay the Spire, and it's a deck building dungeon crawler. It's really fun, super cool. You don't need to have like a blazing fast computer like I'm running it on my iMac. I could probably run it on my Windows laptop and have a good time, and it's pretty interesting. I don't know if you guys have ever played any of the deck building games.
I do not play. I'm not really a huge fan of the play style. I tried. I got hooked on on mobile for a little while.
Hearthstone.
No, I played a
Well,
little bit.
that's not a deck building. That's a card based game. A deck building game is where like you continually improve the cards that you have, and then you'll have. I wouldn't consider Hearthstone that or Clash Royale.
I was saying Clash Royale. That's what I was thinking.
No, that's different. This is like certain cards can continually be duplicated, and you pluck off 5 cards and you play, and then once you've used your whole deck, you shuffle your discard pile and start playing again.
Okay.
And with this, it has like an RPG type element, dungeon crawler feel. So, and it takes some strategy, and the game whooped up on me the first few times I played, and then, the more that I'm getting into it, the more I'm recognizing cards and remembering what does what, and I'm moving a little quicker on it, so I'm excited to play that some more.
Yeah, that sounds like you reached a little bit out of your normal and got that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I watched a stream of it, and I was like, man, that looks like a lot of fun. So then I just hopped on Steam. I think it was $15.99. It's constantly getting updated. It's in early access. Who would have thought games would get the old early access. But yeah, the game is good. It's sound. It runs well, and I'm gonna enjoy playing it. I'm gonna jump back in it soon.
Sounds like you had a good time.
Yep, can't complain. I've been rocking out.
Very cool. So it sounds like we got a plethora of gaming in since we last talked. And it sounds like we mixed it up a lot, which is pretty good. It gets out of the normal rotation, so that's always nice. So let's keep it moving. I didn't do new releases last week. I'm trying to figure something else out that's a little bit more fun than writing articles. So I've been experimenting with videos, so I just don't know yet. I want to keep doing it and keep talking about it, but I just don't know how I want to bring it. So we'll try to figure that out as the week goes on. I got a couple ideas. We'll see what happens. But you'll have 2 weeks worth of new releases when you hear this, or shortly after you hear this. So be ready. There's quite a few games coming out that are pretty cool, so I've heard. But let's keep it moving with news. We got a lot to go through, don't we, guys?
Oh, yeah. Been a busy-ass week.
It has been, surprisingly. At first, like when I was thinking about it this morning while I was drinking coffee, I was like, there's not a lot of stuff going on. But then when I started making a list here, I was like, okay, all right, I can get down with this. So let's start it off with the most talked about game, Fortnite. It has had more viewers and made more money than PUBG in February. I don't know if that is the first time that's happened, but I'm not surprised because everywhere you turn is Fortnite mania.
Yeah, it will not be the last time either.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't. There's no surprise here. The game's doing phenomenal. Every time you cut on Twitch, it's either the first or second most played game. It's memed out. It's got all these famous people behind it. There's going to be an E3 tournament against pros versus celebrities. It's crazy. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it worries me though, like with all this like hype and build up. It's like, I know the game is great and the game plays very well and they're leading the pack, but I just don't like to overhype it like this.
Oh yeah, I agree.
It's kind of scary. Like, you don't know what's going to happen, and then a celebrity has a bad experience on it, talks about it, and then, the thing goes down the drain.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of learned my lesson when I jumped on PUBG's bandwagon so hard, and I thought it wasn't going to be topped. And now you see how fast it's starting to play second fiddle, you know what I mean?
You never put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard. I mean, for right now, you don't see Fortnite going anywhere, but, what?
Oh, it'll
4
go
months ago,
somewhere.
you didn't see PUBG going anywhere 6 months ago.
Yeah, but you have people going into the scene like Logan Paul, who doesn't have a good rep on YouTube anymore, coming into streaming and Fortnite and all of that. And then all it's going to take is one bad rep, one stupid thing, like the dude's going to start jumping off the side of the fucking, the map just to commit suicide. Like, nobody's going to, want to have that stuff going on in the game.
I mean,
For a viewer, they're not going to want that gimmicky type shit.
Yeah, but if it's me, I'm just not going to fucking watch trash viewers like that, or trash streamers like that, and I'm going to go watch some legit gameplay. There's too many people out there to watch, you know what I mean? So hopefully, and I know that this isn't the case, but the most popular streamers have so much weight behind what they say, it's ridiculous,
Oh, yeah.
They do, but it's not necessarily about how much weight they carry if the media gets involved because somebody decided to do something stupid. Whatever that may be.
We'll see. I mean, I don't know. It's got so much behind it now. We'll see what, if anything, derails it and when. I mean, I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon for sure.
So I don't think it's going to get derailed because someone does something stupid. I think it'll get derailed the same way PUBG did because something else will come out to grab people's attention.
That's a good
I can
thing
see that too.
I read an article to go along with what you're saying is that people are surprised, or popular opinions say that Blizzard will make a run at this because if somebody can do games well, it's Blizzard.
Yeah.
And because something like this doesn't exist on their platform yet, why haven't they done it?
I could definitely get behind that, but Blizzard takes a long time to make a game. So they might, I don't know if they could make it in time to catch on to this trend. I mean, Overwatch was in development forever.
Yeah, but now look they brought Overwatch out, and it's one of the best shooters out there.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing that they couldn't, but I'm just saying I don't expect to see anything anytime soon. If they ever do release a battle royale game, it'll be years from now when everyone's moved on to some new format of game, Jelly Simulator 2000, that people are just all up in arms about.
They could be the development company that could bring the genre back to life, though, if that was the case.
Yeah, that's kind of what they do. They breathe new life into these genres, and like first person shooters and top down RTSs, and they just get in there and they make it just silky smooth, and they have great character designs, and just people love it.
Yeah, and think what they did for the mobile world with Overwatch. I mean, it's a MOBA disguised as a first person shooter. You know what I mean? With strategy, so it's stuff you didn't see at the time, and I think. I would love to see Blizzard do something like that.
Oh yeah,
and I can't really foresee. Blizzard likes making money, and with the hype of this, I can't see any big development company not dedicating at least a little market research to it or something, some kind of internal research to see if it's worth it to them to make a battle royale game.
Yeah. What I do like about Blizzard too is that they do take their time and put quality into their games. But unlike Square Enix, they actually get them out sometime in a decade.
Very true. Very true. Square Enix is notorious for taking too long. But speaking of Fortnite, Fortnite Mobile launched. It's doing really well. A lot of people were having fun with that. So PUBG, they went ahead and they had tested out their mobile in certain markets, but they went ahead and rolled it out in the U.S. For both Android and iOS. So they're trying to be right in there with the mobile space too. I hear they both play well, so I'm not sure really what the consensus is yet. I think it's kind of too soon to figure that out because they just released this week.
Well, Fortnite is smooth. I haven't decided to download PUBG Mobile yet, but I'm really concerned because the Xbox should have more power than my phone, and the Xbox can't run the game very well. And then even some mid-tier PCs don't run it very well, which should also be better than my phone. So I'm worried that it's going to be AIDS on the phone.
I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, I would not put it past PUBG Core to put out a game that runs a little janky on a phone. I mean, it's not right on the Xbox yet, and it's got 5 million users on the Xbox. So, I saw an article. I didn't actually read it. I just saw the headline for it, and it said there's 5 million users, PUBG players on the Xbox One. It should play better than it does.
Yeah,
For real.
But we'll see. PUBG is. We got to see what they're going to do. I mean, at this point, Fortnite is evolving a little bit better. And if they continue to do so, they're going to be the clear winners of this little race or battle or whatever you want to call it. But, I just thought of something. I was listening to another podcast this morning, and they said something too. There can be room for two. Like, we don't have to be like, oh, it's just Fortnite or oh, it's just PUBG. I mean, they're both, they occupy the same genre, but they are kind of going at not a different player base, but they're different games. So, like, it doesn't have to be Fortnite or PUBG. I mean, there can be both. It's kind of like the Xbox or PlayStation argument.
Yeah, I agree, but it's just human nature. We always have to have a winner.
Yeah, absolutely. But I just thought it was a unique perspective hearing that from a different gaming podcast.
It's a refreshing perspective to hear, actually. I do get tired of the whole whatever wars of the week. What consoles better? What games better? Blah, 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 blah. Just let's all have fun.
Yeah, it all benefits the gamer at the end. So
Yeah, but it's always going to boil down to who leads the pack.
Oh, yeah. Always.
just
That's what I was
because
saying.
the majority of people want to know that and want to have a winner, But moving on, Microsoft, speaking of things that I'm so ready to see, Microsoft is on board with lending Banjo and Kazooie to Nintendo to be in the new Smash game. How fucking cool would that be?
That would be awesome.
Like, I'm not even a huge Banjo-Kazooie fan, but just seeing them in a Smash game would be sick.
Oh, dude, they would have so many. They'd be perfect for it. There's so many moves they could do.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just a fun-looking character.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
He'd
everything
fit
about
right
it
in there.
seems cool.
It's way better than the rumors I've heard of Goku coming to Smash, which just makes zero sense whatsoever.
The only sense I could see that making is like how popular Goku's become.
Yeah, but Smash is supposed to be about Nintendo-based characters, and though Microsoft owns Banjo-Kazooie, everyone knows all the good Banjo games were on the N64. So that makes sense.
Right.
Goku's not a video game character; he's an anime character.
Sure.
He's a beloved character, but that's like Batman coming to Smash. Is he cool? Yes. Is he a Nintendo character? Hell no.
Man, I wouldn't bat an eyelash if Batman was part of Smash. That's just me, though.
Smash. I'd go off like Carmen on Crash to the Switch. I'd be like, this is just not right. This is a defense to God.
This is bullshit.
Goku just doesn't belong.
Goku can't come. He's busy kicking the shit out of Jiren for us.
Hey, don't spoil the Dragon Ball Super for people who don't watch it.
Fuck you, watching Japanese. It's awesome.
I've seen the fight. I liked it.
Dude, it was amazing.
Yeah, I keep up with all the good shit that happens in Dragon Ball Super. Did you know they're coming out with a movie?
Yes. Did you see the trailer for it?
Yeah, I saw the trailer. It was pretty fucking sick, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Microsoft. Let's make this happen. Nintendo, do what you got to do. And speaking of Microsoft, the place to play Call of Duty has always been on the Microsoft. Until recently, PlayStation kind of took that moniker over. I don't know how they did that. But Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Remaster is reportedly in the works. But get this. There will not be a multiplayer. Now, this is the rumor. And I can't see this happening. I don't understand how this could even be feasible.
There's no reason even releasing it without the multiplayer.
Exactly.
Was the story even that iconic?
No. Were any of the stories iconic?
They were usually the same shit.
Yeah. Only thing I remember from any of the stories was the infamous press A to pay respects. That's all I know.
I don't even remember.
I don't even know that.
Yeah.
So, The way that this is going to happen is they're going to release it cheap with this wonderful story mode that we were all looking forward to replaying.
It'll be minimum $20. Minimum.
It'll probably be $24.99 with the DLC coming with multiplayer for $14.99 for a total of $40.
Yep. Or they'll do like they did with Call of Duty 4, where you have to pre-order Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and get it for as
I see that
DLC download.
I really see that happening again.
Yeah. Multiplayer though will still be additional $15.
But all this is still speculation. I mean, I sent y'all those texts earlier, but apparently somebody spoke to Amazon's like customer service chat or whatever, and was like, "Hey, I'm trying to pre-order Modern Warfare 2. I can see it up," and they're like, "Oh, the pre-orders, or it'll be out April. I forget the date, 30th." So,
I don't think that's real though.
I don't know if it doesn't look real, but like so many people on that Twitter page were saying that like they did different sites and they were getting similar results. So who knows?
I think it's going to come out about the same time as Black Ops 2.
Well, Black Ops 2 came out a few years back, Jeremy, so it might be a little bit.
Well, I'm talking about, I'm sorry, Black Ops 4. You can tell I'm a huge Call of Duty fan.
Yes, you're still stuck on Black Ops 2. Great game, by the way. But we'll see. When they finally give that release date, we'll kind of know if those Twitter pages were bullshit or not. I'm kind of anxious to see, because they look fake as hell. But we'll see. There's some news about Battlefront 2. I think we mentioned briefly a few weeks back that they were going to put microtransactions back in the game. They've decided to unlock all the heroes for everybody that's playing. And now the only the only thing that's coming out of loot box is going to be cosmetic, and you can actually pay to buy like outfits and stuff on the store without having to buy loot boxes. So if there's an outfit you like, you can pay real money for it.
But they don't like increase your.
No,
they don't have like stat prep.
Cosmetic only. Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
A little too late.
Glad to hear that.
A little too late, but you know. It's like I said, when I played the game was great, and they're fixing it now, so maybe it's still got some viability moving forward.
Well, I agree with Carmen. The damage is done. I'm glad that they're finally getting their fucking heads out of their ass, but yeah, I think it's just toast at this point.
Yeah, I think back to Titanfall and how it went. You know, it went ghost mode, and then all of a sudden it made its comeback, and I wonder if Battlefront can do that.
I don't know. Star Wars fans were burned pretty badly.
Yes, they were. I'm anxious to see how it goes. This is about the best fix that you can hope for. This is about where you want to be. So
they might just have to just scrap it and go to Battlefront 3 and not fuck it up, if it's possible.
You know, I don't know if they're going to do a Battlefront 3. I think at this point, you know, they've got 2 other Star Wars IPs that are supposed to come down the pipe. So I don't know where they're at with that. So we'll see. You know, that whole business when they shut down Visceral.
Oh, Visceral, yep.
They were supposedly helping with that IP, that new Star Wars game. So we'll see what's going on with that. I don't think we're going to see a Battlefront 3, to be honest with you.
I could see them skipping it. I could really see it's because of Disney, though. Telling EA to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, and also
I see that too.
And eventually EA, the license runs out eventually. So I mean, they don't have it forever.
That's like 2 or 3 years it runs out.
I think so. Yeah, I think I said one time it was 2020, and that's the last I heard. But it could be. I think it's right around that time frame. So they got a lot to pump out in 2 or 3 years, and so you better hope it's not shit when they pump it out. But we'll see. So yeah, I mean, Battlefront's in probably the best state it's going to be. So if you ever wanted to play it, I guess now would be the time to do it.
And to say that it's in its best state is, it's a compliment. It's crippled. It's missing toes. It has no hands. One eye with not so good vision and no eye doctors in sight. So
I just see it like that fucked up Sigourney Weaver clone from Alien Resurrection, just laying there all mutated and shit. Just kill me. Kill me.
I mean, I can't lie. Like, I can't argue. Like this, the gameplay for this and the like it's beautiful and it's solid gameplay. It's so much else surrounding it that just fucked this game over. So, you're probably right. It's too little, too late. But let's move it on to Nintendo. We'll talk about some more Nintendo. The Switch is the best-selling console in the U.S. over the first year, over any other console.
Now,
Meaning that it has sold more units in its first year than the PS4 sold in its first year and the Xbox One sold in its first year.
oh, okay, because that's what I was going to ask you. Did you mean for their first years, or did you just meant that year?
For that year.
No, I mean, like, so that means that they sold more than PS4s did last year.
No. They sold more than PS4 did its first year out.
That's what I was asking. So, yeah. Okay.
So
that's good.
From launch to a year later, it sold more than every other console, period.
Are there any solid numbers?
I didn't see the number. The NPDs did come out. I didn't take time to really dig into it this time. So, I mean, obviously, if you want to check out the NPDs, it'll tell you best-selling games, consoles, yada, yada, yada. But we did find out that was like the big takeaway was the Switch having those numbers.
Because I remember when we were talking about this before the chat, I wasn't that impressed because I thought you were talking about just last year's sales. Like, oh yeah, brand new console.
Yeah, well, when y'all said
4 or 5 year old consoles.
Yeah, when you said that too, I was thinking that as well. But then I was like, wait a minute, it's each year that they came out. Yeah, so respectively, PlayStation and Xbox obviously fought each other. So there's always there's merit there, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. Beating Xbox its first year is not really much of a merit considering how much shit they had to go through.
Right.
But beating PS4 its first year, that's very impressive.
Yeah, sure. So I mean, if there's any naysayers left about this being a successful console, I think this would kind of cut that off at the knees.
I don't know if that's still an argument. Like, is
it
this
can't be? I don't know how people, and I haven't seen any personally, but I just feel like somewhere out there somebody is still dogging the Switch, like a group of people.
Oh, there's still one old curmudgeon standing out in the field with his arms crossed, just refusing to move.
Yeah, but I mean, it's good. I don't know if this first year numbers thing goes very far because even the PlayStation, it sold well, but it's like it wasn't impressive at launch. I had buyer's remorse when I got my PS4. Because there was really nothing good out.
You got one at launch though, didn't you?
I got one at launch.
Yeah, I didn't have that because I waited like 6 or 7 months because I didn't get mine until my birthday the following year.
I got launched at that point. The library was built up.
Yeah, exactly. But when I will admit, when it first came out, that's the reason I didn't get one because there was nothing I wanted.
I bought it first day launch title, and I really liked Shadowfall, so that was kind of the game that made me not have the buyer's remorse so much. So what I'm trying to do now, quickly, is see what each game had their first year.
Yeah,
but that's kind of hard to do for a quick
thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it's still got merit. I mean, it's cool to say, like, you can't deny it. At the time the PlayStation had, I think the article said PlayStation 4 had the highest sales. So I think that was the one to beat, and the Switch did it. So good on Nintendo. They got it made right now. They're doing everything right for the most part. We'll see what happens with Labo.
It'll definitely be interesting to see how Labo works. And I actually saw something on Polygon since we brought up Labo, is that maybe they'll put Labo into the new Smash.
That would be cool.
What?
I don't know.
And it looked like a paper cutout person with a Joy-Con on his back.
Like as a character?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they could do it as like one of like the beat 'em up characters, like where they send in like 100 of them.
Oh, kind of like the Mii's were a bit. Yeah. I don't know. I think they're better off waiting and seeing how Labo actually goes down before they start investing that much into Smash.
It's like we don't even know if this new Smash is going to be a new game report yet. So I don't know why they would put Labo, which is a brand new thing, in, but they might. Who knows what Nintendo does some crazy shit sometimes, some shit you don't expect.
Oh yeah, they play that wild card.
Definitely, they like to switch it up and throw curveballs on you. So, like, I remember when they dropped Labo, nobody even knew about it. Like, they just dropped it out of nowhere at a release. Or Nintendo, what are they called? Nintendies or whatever they are.
Yeah, you're right. Because I remember
Nindies.
Yeah, the Nindies.
The Nindies.
What a fucking name. Get the fuck out of here. So fucking stupid.
All right, let's talk about something that's real fucking stupid. Atari. We've dogged this Atari box. It's useless. It's worthless. And I say this because they're trying to release it as a modern console. It's not as strong as the modern consoles. It's going to come preloaded, with these old Atari classics, but it has no first party games coming for it, new ones. It's going to be, quote, it's going to have third party games or games from other companies. But it's still coming, and it is now officially named the Atari VCS. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's it stand for?
I mean...
Very, very crappy system.
Oh, get him, Jeremy. Yeah. Quick on his feet.
Boom. So, pre-orders are supposed to begin sometime in April. And they say that it's going to be a modern PC experience on your TV. It's going to, like I said, come preloaded with Atari classics. And it will be supported by basically third-party titles. Ports, if you will.
Comes with an Xbox-looking ass controller and an old-school Atari joystick.
Yes.
I will say, though, I'm kind of excited to put that controller in my hands. Because as surprising as the Switch controller, like how great it was, like, I don't expect them to meet these standards. But what if they do?
Oh, I think the Xbox controller looks comfortable. I've never held an Atari controller like the joystick one. My biggest concern is just, what is the point of this system?
Atari's back, baby. Atari Master Race. Let's get it.
They would have been so much better just to have just made an Atari classic console with a bunch of Atari games and the joystick and sold it for like $50 or $60.
Atari at one point was, the name in gaming.
Oh, they are the kings, baby.
And, I don't think that they can bring that back nowadays. Because if they're competing with these modern consoles and they need the power's not there. They can't do anything else. I mean, they're bringing streaming, but that's done on every other console with Netflix, YouTube, whatever, Hulu. The only thing that they're bringing are Atari Classics preloaded, but you can get those Classics bundles on other systems. And I don't know how often you want to play Centipede.
The only way I could see them ever possibly competing with Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo was they would have had to have released their console at the beginning of the next generation cycle, not mid-generation, and they would have to have a lineup of some killer first-party games. Even if it's like, I guess new renditions of Joust or Centipede, just something that looks amazing, but they have nothing right now.
Yeah, do you expect to have a vast library of first-party games for this system?
No, I don't know if they're going.
They can't even get their pre-orders right. You think that they can fucking pay a development system? No, come on. They're not going to publish games. Do they have
the manpower? Do they have the power to even create a first-party title?
Well, that's all they do is they make games. They were making games for a long time.
Yeah, but what's the last game they made?
Well, I couldn't tell you, but they were a third-party developer, so they know how to make games. They just don't know how to make systems anymore. But also, that's something else. All these games they've made for other systems, so they're not exclusive anymore.
Maybe they'll have something they're going to drop with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some surprise there. Maybe they're keeping something under the hood that we don't know about.
I mean, we still haven't... All we've seen so far is just the console and the controllers. We don't know the release date. We don't know the price. We don't know anything on the actual games they've got coming. We haven't seen any gameplay. It's still going to probably be shit, but we should at least reserve our judgment till then.
I'm not knocking it because it's the cool thing to do. Like, I'm knocking it because I just
a
don't think
practical thing.
I don't think it's a good piece of hardware. And until they prove
it's not
me
viable.
wrong, until if they prove me wrong, but I don't see the reason behind it.
Yeah, if I'm with you. If they can prove me wrong, more power to them. I'd love to get a new console. That's awesome, but I just don't viably see it happening.
I mean, they've been making speaker hats for the past 2 years. What are they doing?
Yo, them hats though.
Yeah, like go buy a speaker hat. Atari, they did good with that shit. But I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Launch this console is like, I think it's just a money grab.
It's gonna be a money dump.
Well, yeah, but people are gonna fucking buy it because they're stupid. People look at those game systems still. Like
people are gonna buy them, but are enough people gonna buy it?
But how much of their money is on the line? It's crowdfunded. It's Indiegogo.
Oh, that's true. It is.
So I mean, how much of their money is really on the line? What do they have vested in it?
It's how much of these poor suckers' money is on the line that crowdfunded this. Yeah, I forgot all about that.
So we'll see. I mean, they basically have no skin in the game.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
If it works, so basically, if it works, they have basically a hero story. Yep. David versus
comeback
Goliath.
Story.
Yeah, and then if it fails, well, it's just another notch in Atari's belt. They'll go back to making speaker hats, toboggans, and third-party games.
And having mediocre sales. And
exactly.
Doing just what they... just hanging on by the skin of their teeth and doing everything else that they do wrong. Like,
I mean, I wish I knew what Atari's like more recent games were, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up.
I don't know if they're still really viable in that space. You know what I mean? Like as far as third-party developers.
I'm not even sure. I think they got bought out. I thought they got bought out by somebody. Actually,
maybe they did. I don't know. I don't want to speak too much on it because I really don't know.
Stuff like that is like just super confusing. Like you see it all the time. Like even with just department stores, one closes and then it opens up with the same name, and that could be what happened with Atari.
Now that you're saying that, it does seem kind of familiar that maybe somebody bought it, but they keep using the Atari brand.
Yeah, like, well, in the situation that I'm thinking of, like here where I live in Fayetteville, we had a Gander Mountain. It closed, and now the whole place got shut down. They did a whole closing sale, and then now there's a company called Gander Outdoors.
Oh, okay.
But it's like Gander Mountain got bought by somebody, and now somebody else has the Gander name. Like, well, go Gander yourselves. Like, fuck off. Like,
yeah,
doesn't make sense. You're done.
I think that happens a lot in business, and there's some other stories. I was listening to a podcast about this very same topic, and I can't remember the other companies off the top of my head. Like CarMax, used to be part of Circuit City.
Really?
Was one of them, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
So just stuff like that. It happens all the time in business for one reason or another. But this isn't a business podcast. This is a video game podcast. So,
but I mean, it makes sense.
Who am I to give business lectures? You know what I mean? But I actually, and I've said this before. Like, I would love for this to be a good thing to have and make me want it. I just don't think it is.
I don't want it. I have no interest in it.
Oh, I neither do. Neither do I.
If for whatever reason I'm proven wrong, which has happened, I wasn't about the Battle Royale thing, and now I'm all about it. If for whatever reason the Atari VCR, whatever the fuck it's called, VCS, decides that it's going to dominate the scene, I'll probably buy one. But you can tell that I'm real enthusiastic about that, and really, it's a real promising thought.
Yeah, all they gotta do is just stick a screen on it, and then they got the Switch, the Atari Switch.
Yep, I'm gonna wait on one hand and shit in the other and see which one fills up faster.
Ah, the classic. There's a little streamer named Ninja. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Not until this whole bullshit.
Yeah, what's he got, like 3 subscribers?
Yeah, something like 3. But he's been a pretty big Fortnite streamer. But recently, we talked about it last week, he streamed with Drake and it broke the internet. Well, he's done multiple interviews since. But I saw one that was part of Forbes, I believe, or it might have been on
If you're talking about what I think you're about to bring up, it was Forbes.
Yeah. Okay, it was Forbes. Ninja makes $500K a month streaming.
Jesus.
That is, I mean,
Jesus.
that's including all the sponsorships, Twitch, YouTube, everything. But he makes $500K a month.
Man, that motherfucker makes $6 million a year.
I knew that the top streamers were lucrative, but I had no idea it was that lucrative.
Dude, we gotta get Drake on this podcast. I want to make $500,000 a year, a month.
Yeah, but he had to have been making that kind of money before Drake.
He was probably making a lot of money before. It wasn't just that, but that probably helped him a lot. You know?
It's just hard to imagine someone making $500,000 just so people can watch him play Fortnite. It just still boggles the mind.
And me and Carmen talked about it. Like, I'm not mad at him. He figured it out.
No. I'm jealous
You
of
got
anything.
the formula, so like run with
Yeah.
it.
I'm just stunned that, like, I can understand if he was playing multiple games like a regular Let's Player, but just one particular game, and he makes $500,000 a month. That's insane to me.
I mean, he's fucking good. Like, he streams. Like, if you watch him, he's fucking good. And,
Yeah.
you know, he streams with some of the most popular. Like, he streams with Dr. Disrespect, and he's the number one Fortnite streamer, I think, as of right now. So, dude's insane. He likes to, like, set up traps in Fortnite and kill people by, like, luring them into trap rooms, like death rooms, basically.
Oh yeah, but it's like I said, I don't care if you're the best Street Fighter 4 player in the world. Eventually I would get bored of watching you play the same game over and over again. But that's just me and my old curmudgeon self.
Your old man crustiness is what that is.
Exactly. Like I said, if I could make a living just playing the same game with like Carmen playing Resogun every day over and over again, and people paid me $500,000 a month, I'd fucking do it in a heartbeat.
I mean, I'm not, and I, you know, I love seeing streamers, and I think I've mentioned it here a couple times. I know I talked about it off stream, but with my new job, like, I constantly have Twitch on now. And for right now, I'm watching Overwatch, but sometimes I'll be like, hey, I'll watch somebody play Fortnite. I cut on Ninja the other day, and he won, like, the first 2 matches I cut on. It's ridiculous.
Coming from a guy who said of all his time of Twitch, he only watched 10 hours of Twitch. Is watching Twitch every day at work.
No bullshit. Like, I've watched more Twitch in the past 5 days than I have my entire life. Not even bullshit. Not even exaggerated.
Well, that changed very fast, week to week.
It did.
Look at. I don't even like watching people play video games like that all the time. Blah 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 blah.
Hey, things change, life changes. Deal with it. Roll with the punches is what you do. But I like watching Ninja right now, Dr. Disrespect, a couple of the podcast guys I listen to. Pretty legit stuff. What I don't like is Twitch has more fucking ads than YouTube. At least when I'm watching on mobile. Every single video you click, it starts out with an ad. But whatever. I'm not mad at it. I'm used to it by this point. So yeah, let's start streaming, guys. We'll make some real money. Fuck podcasting. March 28th, Broly and Bardock are going to be released on Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Hell yeah.
We've been talking about it, talking about the trailers. They're finally almost here. Jeremy's excited. I think he's the most excited out of all of us.
Oh, I am. I'm a big Broly fan, and Bardock looks sweet as fuck from that trailer.
They do look pretty sweet on the trailers.
I know I'll probably be the only one to actually download it, so I'll have to let you guys know how it is.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to download it. I haven't played the game recently, so.
Yeah, I'm excited about Broly, but Bardock is like, I don't know. He holds no relevance to me.
I get behind that, but the trailer, man, looked good. I'm all for it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really particularly cared about Bardock. They brought him in Xenoverse, and that was kind of cool. But other than that, I couldn't really care less about him.
Still better than base Goku and base Vegeta.
Yeah, that's weird. Having 8 different Gokus and Fighter Z.
It's still better than Chaozu.
Oh, gauntlet thrown down.
Like I haven't heard that every time we've talked about Dragon Ball.
That's what you get for your eclectic tastes.
So last week we talked about this big Sega collection. I think we hedged our bets on how much it was going to cost. I really didn't go back and listen to see who won.
We actually
But-
kind of all won on that one, if
Did
I
we?
recall.
Did we
Yeah.
like dance around it or something?
I think we danced around it, but we all settled on the asking price.
Okay, so the price is out. 50 games for $30.
And that is the sweet spot right there.
I think so. I think that's a good
Yep.
number. I think that's a
Yep.
good number.
It comes out, I looked it up too, it comes out May 29th.
Oh, cool. So,
Yeah.
So we're getting it this summer. Very cool.
And if you get the physical version, it comes with a sweet two-sided poster of Golden Axe on one side and Streets of Rage on the other. Just to look exactly like their old box art.
Sweet. I didn't know they were
Yeah.
going to do a physical release of it.
Yep. I would like to get that just for that poster, but it's going to take up such a small amount on your PS4. I just can't see the practicality of having to put a disc in every time I want to play Sonic or Streets of Rage or something. So I'll just probably go for digital myself. But I'm definitely picking this up.
It's a definite buy.
Maybe if I
yes.
run across it in the wild, I might get it.
What, the physical?
The physical copy, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely going to have it. I'm probably going to end up buying it on digital day one and never worry about buying it again. But
Yeah, no, you'll see it and you'll be like, I already own it. Blah,
Yeah,
blah,
I'll
blah.
be like,
why
it's
would
not
you
worth
buy?
it.
Why would you
Exactly.
buy it twice? There's no point.
let's get a fucking sweet poster. That's the point.
Yeah.
And
You,
you know,
you already had like the worst childhood by having a Sega. Like you don't need to torment yourself anymore. Come on.
I had fond memories of my Sega.
I had a Sega too. I had
You
a Super
also
Nintendo
had a
as well.
Super Nintendo.
I had a Nintendo. And a Game Boy.
I had a
But,
Game Boy. So I had a Sega and a Game Boy. So
There you go.
I was covering both ends of the spectrum there.
And I know this is wishful thinking too, but it would be awesome if they could like incorporate online play to like Streets of Rage or Columns or any 2-player games on there somehow.
That would be sick. I don't think that they're going that far with it, but they are
No,
going to
no,
do some new features that'll be cool.
It's just wishful thinking. That would be awesome, just to grab a buddy and just beat the shit out of some guys in Streets of Rage
I wouldn't be
or
mad
Golden
at it.
Axe. Nah.
I would not be mad at
Nah.
it. Last but not least, we're going to throw this in there. Sea of Thieves. They had, and I guess this is considered a review launch. They released a bunch of codes for it. Got it out into the wild, so about 1 million people have got their hands on it. And there's some mixed reviews. I haven't heard too much about the gameplay, so I can't speak on that. I think that Carmen or Jeremy were talking more about it, but I have heard that there is a lot of server issues, a lot of crashes happening. It's not running as smooth as it should be right now. On the gameplay side, what have y'all heard about it?
I've heard it's repetitive, and their Game Informer did a pretty good article where they were basically saying they don't know who this game is for. It said it's not for kids because of the adult stuff that's in it, despite the cartoony graphics. It says it's not for social people because there's really not a social aspect to it. It says it's not for action junkies because the action is clunky. It's not for power levelers because it's not about grinding. It's not for explorers because there's really not a whole bunch of stuff to actually find. So it overall sounded fairly negative. I was reading the comments in the comment section, and there were a couple of people who were like, "Fuck you, this game's amazing," but the majority of them were just stating that they were pretty disappointed with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the podcasts I listen to, they got their hands on it. They're saying it's fun. They're definitely enjoying it, but they were having trouble playing it. So
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, that was just one site, so that could just be, again, one person's opinion. But I don't see this being the next PUBG or Overwatch or anything. I think this is gonna just come out and kind of do its thing, and that's it.
Yeah, I haven't heard great things about it. I mean, with the server issues that they're having and them not being prepared, like how is that a thing in 2018? Like you're not prepared for this server load.
Yeah, I'm so sick and tired of hearing about these games coming out that are online. Fighter Z was just as guilty of this, and they're just not prepared, and these servers suck. No one can get on. This should have died out with Diablo 3.
Yeah, like we shouldn't have this issue anymore. This
No.
should have, like, this has been a like this drip in the barrel shouldn't be dripping anymore.
Yeah, get your shit together.
The barrel should be locked and loaded, ready to go. Like, get more hardware than you need.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't use it because you don't need it, some other developer or some other company will buy it from you. You will lose money. It's not a problem.
It's especially when like this game was being hyped up, so they knew that people were going to play this. There's no excuse not to just go, well, we had no idea it was going to be blown up like this. It's fuck you. You knew. You were just being lazy assholes and trying to get away with the bare minimum.
Exactly.
And it's going to kill your day one sales. Just plain and simple. People can't play your game. They're not going to buy your game, like SimCity.
I was really hoping this was going to be Rare's comeback.
Yeah, I know you were hyped as fuck for this.
And because you know how I feel about Pyrus. I've been dying for this game. I guess I'll be waiting for Skull and Bones.
You know what? I thought it was,
I thought you were more hype about that game than this game.
So originally at E3, I was like, "Oh shit!" So that game was jumping out to me because of the graphics, and I think I was even said it on here, like, "Sea of Thieves looks too cartoony." But then, like, I was like, "Wait!" So they were talking about this RPG aspect to it. You can actually sell the seas, and there's this RPG aspect to it. I was like, "Well, that's what I want." And you can get off the ship and do actual pirate shit. And with Skull and Bones, for all intents and purposes, it's just ship to ship battle. So I was like, "Well, it seems like Sea of Thieves is way more in depth." So then I started getting more excited about it. And now to see that it doesn't really have any of that to it, I'm like, well, fuck this.
Yep, and to top it off, Sea of Thieves gives motion sickness to some people.
I'm going to
But
try.
there's nothing to focus on.
I'm going to do Games Pass and try it and see what happens.
I've heard fucking amazing things about this Game Pass. It's like the best thing that Microsoft has done.
Really? I haven't heard anything yet.
I mean, you can get games all the time. And all you're doing is paying a subscription, and if you're going to be in the know, then you might as well have it.
I was going to say, I know what it is. I just didn't hear any like people saying it was good or bad.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it on here. I think that if you own the Xbox, you have to do it. I mean, like, I don't know why you wouldn't.
Yeah.
It would save you money in the long run if you're going to play every new game that comes out.
Sure.
Oh,
and plus, there's a big backlog or big catalog on there, so we'll see. It's going to give me. I'm going to cut my Xbox on and blow the dust off here in a few days.
Sure you are.
Might even play some PUBG.
No, PUBG is going to play you.
That's all I got. Y'all got anything else, guys?
All right, I got another one of the can't think about it, just answer the question. Ready?
All right, go.
All right. Snickers or Twix?
Twix.
Snickers.
Snickers.
Good job. That's a good one.
Yes. You can't beat peanuts, caramel, and nougat.
Carmen Dodd man out on that one.
It's first for everything.
I'm gassy today.
You're disgusting.
Gassy every day.
Yeah, I'm gassy every day. Y'all got anything else?
I'm not sitting next to you right now.
I would fart in your general direction.
I can smell it from here.
You guys don't live too far apart.
I can't wait to talk to y'all again next week. Carmen, we're going to play some Overwatch right now?
Right now. I tried to get this motherfucker to get on last night. He's like, I think last night. And then he's like, I'm getting on. Don't worry. I'm going to be on. Blah, 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 blah.
I said I'll probably hop on. Then I fell asleep.
Yeah, well, I'll probably hop on too then.
All right, that's fine.
You old bitch.
Yeah, you old bitch.
But check us out on our website, hellaaveragegaming.com. We need you to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube, SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play. If you support us on Patreon, maybe Cam will play more games with me. And on that note, stay hella average.
Probably not.
Drops in the barrel.
Later.